Riverhawks! I'm Alex.
And I'm Rhett. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Face the flag, put your right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good morning, Riverhawks, and welcome back to the Rio Recap. There's been a new Guinness World Record, but before that, let's send it over to Gabriel to find out what's happening in the world right now.
On Tuesday of last week, Melissa Lucio was saved from being executed, and here's why. In 2007, Lucio was convicted of causing injuries that led to the death of her 2-year-old child. Prosecutors insisted that she caused them, while Melissa and all of her children testified that it was because of an accidental fall down the stairs. During her interrogation, Lucio stated more than 100 times that she didn't cause this, but then made a vague statement that she was responsible. Legal experts contend that Mrs. Lucio may have inadvertently given a false confession. This takes place when an individual is so tired, nervous, or emotionally exhausted that they admit to a crime that they did not do with the promise of getting out of the interrogation. Lucio has been on death row awaiting execution since 2008 and was scheduled to be executed this Thursday. But the details of her case recently went viral, and eventually the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals was reminded of this controversial case. On Tuesday, the appeals court gave her the right to a new fair trial. We'll see what happens then, but for now, let's send it back to Rhett.
Thanks, Gabriel. Recently, a Guinness World Record was broken. The record was the longest time working at a company, and it was broken by Walter Orthman this year. Walter has worked at a company in Brazil for 84 years, starting at the age of 15 because his family was struggling financially. Walter was hired into a textile company named Industries Renault SA, now known as Renault View. Soon after getting hired, Walter got promoted to sales manager, holding the position ever since. An even more impressive fact is that Walter turned 100 years old recently, still working despite being able to retire. Thanks for watching. I'm Rhett, and we'll be back next Friday with another edition of the Rio Recap.
Hey Riverhawks, this is Rio ASB, reporting the current house standings. These results are based on the points students earned for their houses. In 8th place is House Phoenix. In 7th place is House Griffin. In 6th place is House Kraken. In 5th place is House Dragon. In 4th place is House Gnome. And now for the 3 houses in the lead. In 3rd place is House Sphinx. 2nd place is House Pegasus, and that means we have House Yeti in 1st place. Congratulations, House Yeti. We'll be back next week to give you all an update. See you next week, Riverhawks.
Hey Riverhawks! May 27th is the 8th grade Night in Hollywood dance from 5 to 7 p.m. It's semi-formal with black and white attire. Food will be provided by The Habit. Hope to see you there.
Let's send it over to Ava to see what's happening this week in history.
Hey Riverhawks, and welcome back to This Week in History. I'm your host, Ava. On May 15th, 1856, L. Frank Baum was born. This prolific writer is known most for writing The Wizard of Oz and its 13 sequels. This famous story also changed the movie world because its film adaptation is the most seen movie ever. Speaking of movies, on May 16th, 1929, the first Academy Awards took place. I bet back then they would not have expected what we now call the slap. On May 18th, 2019, our current president Joe Biden announced his presidential campaign. Sadly, on May 19th, 2015, the Refugio oil spill took place. This terrible disaster deposited over 142,000 U.S. gallons of crude oil on one of the most biologically diverse areas of California. And finally, on May 20th, 2017, the Barnum and Bailey Circus performed their final show at the NASA Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Well, that's all for this week, Riverhawks. Now back to the studio.
Are you a current 7th grader interested in traveling to cities like Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and New York during your spring break next year?
Have your parents attend the Mr. Sheridan's East Coast Adventure meeting online today at 6:30 p.m. You'll have the chance to learn more about a Mr. Sheridan's trip and register early with his travel company.
Join us for an evening of art, sandwiches, dessert, and beverages. Advanced art students have their artwork on exhibit at the Westfield Valencia Community Wall. Find us on the 2nd floor near the exit to the patios. See you on May 24th from 5 to 7 p.m.
Here's a friendly reminder that yearbooks are available for pre-order until May 25th. If you are not sure if you ordered a yearbook earlier in the year, please check out the ASB window.
Today in clubs and activities, the video club is meeting in D12 and the improv club is meeting at brunch in C1.
Here's your daily dose of positivity. Even if you stumble, you're still moving forward. Victor Kim. That's it for today. I'm Alex.
And I'm Red.
And we'll see you next time on Rio TV.